Hello everyone, welcome to Graphic Designers Workshop. Let us see how to create a retro poster in Illustrator. So let us start. We'll first create an A4 size landscape document and we will give it a name retro poster, right, and we will create the document. So once the document is created, now first we will prepare the background for our poster. The background needs to have some kind of race or race patterns. So for that, what we need to do is we'll select a rectangle, we'll give some color to this, we'll turn off the stroke and we will just slightly modify the rectangle. Right, and we will center align this rectangle. Here we have the option align horizontal center, right. Oh, just a minute, we'll just align it horizontally and we will make it more thin, and we'll do it again. We'll align the rectangle horizontally, right. So the next step we are supposed to do is we will take multiple duplicates of this particular rectangle. For that we will use an option, and with that option we will be creating duplicates of this particular rectangle, and each duplicate will be rotating by a specific angle, right. So just we'll go to effect, and in effect we have an option distort and transform, and then here we have the option transform, right. And once you select the transform effect dialog box appears. In this dialog box we will put the values. So the values we are going to put is put R. So here we have the option copies. We will put 40 in the copies. We are going to take 40 copies of this rectangle, and we will also change the angle here. We will put the angle as 190, and we will also change the center point here. The center point is currently placed at the center of the object. We will change the center point to this bottom point actually, and then just if we check here, we can see we have created a race pattern, right. And now we will just simply click OK, right. And now what we are going to do is we'll just select this one rectangle, because we can't select the other rectangles. So we'll just select this main rectangle and we'll go to object menu, and in object menu we have an option expand appearance. We'll simply click on it, right. Now we are able to select the entire object, and we'll just scale it so that it covers the document completely, right. And what we are going to do is we are going to make this pattern into a clipping mask. Means we want to see the pattern only inside this document or inside this artboard. So for that, what we are supposed to do, we will just take a rectangle. We will just adjust this rectangle or fit this rectangle exactly to the four corners of the document. We can give any different color to this particular rectangle, and then we will select the rectangle as well as the race, and we will just right click and select make clipping mask, right. So now we can see here, we can see the race pattern is confined to the boundaries of this particular rectangle. Right. So the next thing we'll do is we will select one more rectangle and we can give a light bluish color for this rectangle, and we will keep this particular rectangle behind these rays pattern, behind the rays pattern. So for that we'll just right click on it, and here we have the option arrange, and we'll select send to back. Right. So this is the background required for our retro poster. Right. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to create a text. So for the text, we'll first lock the background layer and we'll create a brand new layer and we'll rename it text. Right. Here is the type tool, and the font I have selected for the text is brush script empty italic. We can select any font, but it's always a good idea to select a cursive or a signature type font for this particular example. Right. So we will just type hello. We'll scale it, and we can keep it over here. Just we can increase the size of the text, and we will also rotate it, so we can keep it diagonally. It will look more attractive. Right. And then we will change the color. Here we will select yellow color for the text, and to make it more attractive we will take a duplicate of this text. So the duplicate has to be behind the text, behind the original text. So for that, what we'll do is we'll select the text. Here in edit menu we have an option copy, and then we'll again go to the edit menu, and here we have the option paste in back. So we can also use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl B in PC or Command B in Mac. Right. So now we have created a duplicate. We will use the arrow keys to move the text which is currently behind the original text. Just we will use the down arrow key and also the left arrow key. Right. We will change the color of the text to black. Right. And we can just slightly move it using the arrow keys. Right. And we will take one more duplicate. Again we will go to edit, copy, and we will again go to edit, and then we will click on this paste in back. Right. We'll again use the arrow keys and move it a little bit far away from the original text. So we can see three texts created on top of each other, or we can see three hellos created on top of each other. Right. So what we'll do now is we will just move this yellow text a little bit away, and then we will select both these black color hellos by holding shift, and we will go to object, and here we have the option blend, and we will select the blend options, and in the blend options we will select specified steps, and here we will just select 100 as specified steps value, and then we'll again go to object, blend, and we'll select make. Right. And now we will just select this yellow text and then adjust it on top of the black one. Right. Now what we'll do is we can select the entire text here and we will group it. Right. And we can just adjust it properly. Right. We have two more things to type. So the next word we are going to type is call. we will use the same font and we will give the same style that we have given to this hello, right? And here we will use C as the capitals, and what we'll do is we will just give it a simple yellow color, and we'll do the same thing that we have done with yellow with hello. That is, we will just go to edit, copy, and again we'll go to edit and we'll select paste in back, and we will use the arrow keys to just nudge the text or move the text a little bit down and also a little bit to the left, right? And we'll give it a pure black color, right? So we can just use the arrow keys to properly position the text, and then we'll take one more duplicate. So again we'll go to edit, copy, and we'll again use the option paste in back, and we'll again just move the text, just we'll keep it a little bit far away, right? And we can just keep the yellow text a little bit away, and we'll first create a blend, and we'll select these two calls, and then we'll go to object, blend, and again we will select the blend options. Just check whether 100 is already there in specified steps. If not, we have to put 100 here, and then we'll go to object, blend, and we'll select make, right? And then we will select this yellow text and then adjust it on top of this black text, right? We'll just select the entire call text content and we'll group it, right? And then we'll just keep it over here, right? Right. And the last thing we'll do is we will just put a number here. So we'll do the same thing that we have done for hello and call. So we will create a dummy number 6486 and 4860, right? So we will give it a pure yellow color, and we will just make it big, and we'll do the same thing, copy and paste in back. We'll give it a pure black color, and we will again do the same thing, copy and paste in back, right? We'll just move this yellow text a little bit far away, and then we'll select both these black ones, and then we'll go to object, blend, and just click on make, because we have already put the value 100 in blend options, right? Now we'll just adjust it, right? This looks better. Now we'll again group the entire text and we'll keep it over here, right? Right. So the text content is completed. We are just left with only one thing, that is we will create a rough illustration or a sketch of a girl, and then we will finish off the poster. So now we will import the image of a girl. So we will go to file, and here we have the option place, and we will just browse to the image, and we will just place the image, right? So here we have the image of a girl, right? And what we can do is we can just cut the girl image, we can take a new layer and we can lock both the text as well as the background layer, and we will just paste the girl's image in a brand new layer, and we can give the name to this layer girl. I have properly selected the image in Photoshop, and then I have saved it as a PSD file, and now I have imported inside Illustrator. Right. So now what we'll do is we will just convert this image into a sketch. So how we can do that? We'll just go to Effect menu, and here in Effect menu we have Effect Gallery. Just simply open it. So in Effect Gallery, see here, we are going to select the option Stamp, and the stamp is inside the sketch options. So we have plenty of options here, so we will select this stamp, and we can try to slightly change the values of this stamp. So we can just increase the light dark balance, light slash dark balance here. So you can see here. Right, we can keep it to, let's say, okay, 27 is okay. Right, and then we will just simply click OK. Right, so now we can see just a rough sketch of this image, but the image is still not a vector graphic. So we will now convert this bitmap into a vector graphic. For that, what we are going to do is, here we have the option image trace. Right, and if we check the options inside the image trace, we have plenty of options, but what we are going to select is, we will select this sketched art. Just we will click on it. Right, so now we got a sketched art, and the next thing we have to do is, we will just simply click on this option expand. Right, so what expand will do, it will create all the parts or all the lines into vector curves. And now we will just select this entire vector graphic of this girl, and then we can simply scale it down, and we can keep it over here. And we'll also do one more thing here. We will just unlock the text layer. We'll just lock the background. We'll just unlock the text layer. We will just move this hello text a little bit over here. We can make it big, and we can also just position the call, and also we'll also scale the size of this number. Right, and then what we'll do is, we will also scale the size of this girl's vector graphic. Make sure that it's inside the poster, it's not going outside the poster. Right, and another thing that we are going to do is, we can just unlock the background, and we will select these rays, and we will use our blending mode. So we want a blending mode here for the background, for these rays that are inside the background. So here we have the opacity, and here we have the list of blending modes, and the best blending mode for our poster is overlay. So the rays are going to blend properly with this overlay blend mode. Right, now this looks interesting. Right, so here we have a retro poster. The one final thing that we are going to do is, we will export it. To export it, we will simply go to File, and we will just use Save As option, and we are going to export it as a PDF. PDF stands for Portable Network Graphic. it is a vector graphic format. We are going to get sharp edges. Right, so we will just rename it as retro poster final print. Right, and then we will just save, and we will save as PDF. Right, just we will check the final output. Right, so here is the retro poster. Retro poster usually means a very old poster, and the old posters are having a limited graphics. So this is how we can achieve a retro poster in Illustrator. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please do like, subscribe, share, and if you have anything to say, do comment. See you again.